So hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'm gonna explain you how you can become clinical SAS programmer in 2025. So even I have created a same video in 2024 as well, but few things has been updated and changed, and that is what I'm gonna explain in today's video. So let's start with the skill requirement. What are the skills that is required to become clinical SAS programmer or statistical programmer? So I hope guys my screen is visible to everyone now. So you can see at the top we have written statistical programmer, that is the role. And let's come to the skills breakdown. So we have divided the skills or the knowledge that is required to work on this role into two parts. One is the software knowledge, another is domain knowledge. Let's talk about the software knowledge first. So right now in 2025, you must have the knowledge of SAS software to work on this role. Another is R software. Again, you must have the knowledge of R software to work on this role. Coming to Python, Python is optional on this role. If you are learning this software, that is well and good. You're gonna get maybe there are more chances maybe you can get selected, or maybe company gonna prefer you to work on this role in 2025. SAS and R gonna be enough, but Python gonna be good to have. It gonna create additional chances of getting selected or getting interviews. I hope you got the conclusion. Now coming to domain knowledge. In the domain knowledge, that is also known as clinical part, you must know clinical trial phases, CDISC, SDMIG, and study documents like protocol, SAP, SPEC, mock shell, CRF, ICF, and you should also know how to create SDM, ADAM data sets and table listing reports. So at least you should know 2 data sets or 2 reports to create. Okay, if you have practice on 2 data sets and 2 reports, at least you'll be having good knowledge to explain in the interview if they are asking. After the skills, let's move to the syllabus part. So now you can see the syllabus. I have opened the syllabus for SAS. So this is the structure or the way you can say we train to our student. Our academy name is Clinical Study Academy, and I have started my journey into training long back, 4 to 5 years back. Even I have worked on this role. Somehow after after few years, you can say I got the realization that I am much more interested into the training part or guiding part. So I have decided to do it full time. Since long I was training on these roles, I have created a lot of formats, structure, and this is one of the structure you are seeing on the screen. So on day 1, mostly we're gonna cover the introduction part, and we're gonna cover these things: introduction to SAS, introduction to data analysis. I'm not reading because if I'll read all these things, it's gonna take a lot of time. Then day 2, input methods, day 3, SAS date, and what we're gonna cover, that is also mapped here, right? So this is the syllabus or structure. Okay, the way you gonna learn and the way we gonna train you. And same way for Python. Okay, day wise, topic and the content, everything is mentioned. And same for other SQL, PowerBI. Now you can have a question that in the beginning I have told you about SAS and R and Python only, and even I have told SAS is must, after that R is must, and then Python is optional. Then why we are having the syllabus for Power BI and Python? Because if you want to explore global market, or if you want to apply in other companies as well, other sector as well apart from CRO, so if you have, along with SAS, R and Python, if you have the Power BI and SQL knowledge, so you can apply to many other sectors. Now coming to course we are offering and how we have categorized it, let me explain you. Here the course name is Clinical SAS, and in that we're gonna cover 3 things, that is SAS base, SAS advanced, and SAS clinical. SAS base is nothing but learning the SAS software. SAS advanced is nothing but learning the advanced part of the SAS software. Clinical is nothing but the domain part. So in domain part, you're gonna work on a project, you're gonna create SDM, ADAM table listing, and base and advanced is nothing but the SAS software. So one software you want to learn, SAS, duration will be, if anywhere you go in the market, that will be around 3 months. What I'm explaining about our course only that if you are going to any other institute, you should know, I'm explaining in such way, you should know what courses are available. Okay, now let's come to the second course, Clinical SAS+R. So here you can see two softwares. R and SAS are two different software, and then the clinical is domain knowledge. So duration gonna be anywhere around 4 months, or max it can be 5 months. Again, obviously, as the courses are different, the fees gonna be also different. The third course is Clinical SAS plus Data Science. So if you want to apply to many other sectors apart from the pharmaceutical or CRO, so you should do this course, which include 5 softwares: SAS, R, Python, SQL, PowerBI. It does not makes you eligible for applying to other sectors apart from CROs. It makes you eligible to get an edge on this role, statistical programmer, because if you have these software knowledge and if you're applying to even statistical programmer role or CRO companies, your chances gonna be good that you are getting selected because of the knowledge you are having, right? If you have really learn these softwares. Now again, as more number of softwares are there, 5 softwares are there, and project study is also there, so duration gonna be 6 months. Now data science, this is in general, if anyone want to learn, this is also we are providing. So here I have mentioned the courses we are providing. So these 3 courses are for statistical programmer role, and this is in general. Let's suppose if you are a working professional who are working as a statistical programmer. But a lot of you might know, since long, from last 15-20 years, SAS was the only software that was used on this role. But from last few years, companies have started asking their employees to learn R as well, Python as well, and started asking to fresher as well the same, that you should now get the knowledge of R as well if you are learning from any other institute, and the Python as well. This is for them, those who are working or those who are fresher as well, those who know SAS but they want to learn R or Python. We do provide training for 2 roles. One is statistical programmer, another is Biostat. Another 3 courses are for Biostatistician role or Biostat role. To work on this role, Biostat, you must have the background of statistics or mathematics. So if you have statistics or mathematics background, you can learn Biostat role as well. And this is also one of the good growth role, having good growth, good pay. Now, why we are discussing about these roles, statistical programmer, which is also known as clinical SAS programmer, and biostatistician, in the CRO or pharmaceutical, actually these are highest paying role. Okay, the pay is actually high, and in government jobs, grades are there, A, B, C. Likewise, in private also grades are there. So the A grade jobs obviously gonna have high pay. So these are Biostat and statistical programmer or CDM. CDM is also one of the role, clinical data management, and I have seen in the past or right now as well, some institute are telling to students that we also provide training for CDM as well, and they club multiple things, CDM, PV, and like some institute will tell you we're gonna give you training for clinical SAS, they will tell you CDM as well, then PV as well, then CRA as well. In short, they are telling that, what I'm understanding, they are giving you multiple role knowledge, and because you are eligible on these roles, so you can work on these roles as well. Actually, they are confusing you. You don't need to have any training to work on PV or CRA role. If you are getting the knowledge of clinical SAS, already you get the knowledge of CDM. I have already created one video with one of my students who have learned clinical SAS from me, and he's working in CDM. So by default, if you have taken training for clinical SAS or statistical programmer, you get the knowledge to work on CDM as well. Okay, it includes the knowledge of CDM, taken the training for statistical programmer. I hope you are clear. If you want to check that video, I have created one video, 1 hour long video with my student who is working in Fort Ria. I'll add the video in the iCards. You can check upside and you can click and have a look. You'll get full clarity about the CDM. Okay, it's 1 hour long video. I hope you are clear with the courses. Okay, now you can have a question, sir, to work on this role, statistical programmer, why we have 3 different type of courses? See, earlier on this role, SAS was the only software that was being used. So you should have one software knowledge and domain knowledge. Okay, like creating SCDM atom, and you should know protocol, CRF, these things. But right now with time, what happened? Companies have asking for R as well, along with SAS. So we have launched the course SAS+R and the clinical knowledge. Some companies want that you should have the knowledge of Python as well. 3 software knowledge, SAS, R and Python, and SQL as well. So we have created a course for this as well. So we don't want to force anyone that you should choose this one. So we have given the freedom per our course that you can choose any of these. If you want to learn only SAS software and get the domain knowledge, get the first one. If you want to learn 2 software, R and SAS, get this course. If you want to learn the entire software on the data science part, 5 software, get this one. Obviously the fee is gonna be also different, so it totally depend upon which one you are feeling comfortable with the fees and the knowledge you want. Okay, eligibility. To work on statistical programmer role, as I have explained earlier as well, you should have the educational background of statistics, mathematics, computer science, pharmacy, life science, it's biotechnology. So related to life science, biostatistics, mathematics or computer science, you guys are most welcome on this role. Even if you are from engineering background, if you have done graduation, and if you are from any other background, you guys are also eligible. Let me tell you one thing, guys. I am from mechanical background. Long back I have taken entry in this role. I was not earlier knowing that people from other background also, they can also take entry. Eventually this was my journey. I started my journey with something else. I started my journey with design. Okay, being a mechanical engineer, I choose design to work with, but somehow I didn't got the interest, and then I got to know about this role. And at that time, no people were there who are from other background, and especially like me from mechanical. Then I have gathered the required skill to work on this role, and eventually I landed up a job. No doubt the journey was not that much easy. After some time, the journey was very smooth. I have worked on this role. So if you feel any time that can you learn this software, SAS or R, obviously you can easily learn. Even I was from, a background where no coding knowledge. I was having no technical or coding knowledge, to be true. In fact, I have used very less computers in my college days. Okay, I have avoided most of the work. Even the PPT and all those things were done by, if we have to submit any project, was done by one of my friend. His name was Ashish. So this was the case. But if I can do it, what I feel that if I have done it, I was not having anything, but after my college I have learned it. Obviously you can also learn it. So if I have to tell you who are the most preferred people, so people from the statistics, mathematics, computer science, pharmacy, life science, these are, or biotechnology, these are the preferred people. And then graduation and any background people, okay, like me, but having the good knowledge. And as I have told you, for biostat role as well, you should have the background of biostatistics or statistics. I hope you are clear with the courses, skills and syllabus. Now let's talk about the base SAS certification. So a lot of you might know this, that there is a global base SAS exam. So what is base SAS exam? So SAS is the software, right? We have discussed that is used on this role. From long back, SAS was the only software that was being used on this role. Still, SAS is one of the major software that is used. If you are gathering the skill for this to work on this role, you should first learn SAS, then R, and then if you want to learn, then Python. So this is the sequence of learning. You should not first learn R or Python, right? There is a global base SAS exam that is conducted by SAS only. So for that also, we are going to prepare you in our training. So let me tell you one thing. In this course, any of the course you are taking, we want to prepare you for global base SAS exam. Here I have mentioned few things only. It's an overview. I do also provide we're gonna solve 100 to 150 interview questions. Any course you are taking from us, 100 to 150 interview questions. Then CV making session are there. Then how to find job session is there. We have mock interviews and tests in every 10-15 days. We have session on how to develop communication skill. For the same, we have group discussion sessions. We have some experts, industry expert session as well, where industry experts gonna come who are working on this role, and you can have a Q&A with them, and they're gonna, bring their experience and knowledge. Many things are there, and we're gonna also prepare you for base SAS exam. What is that exam? The exam gonna be very easy, guys. After giving that exam, you're gonna get a certification, and that certification somehow gonna help you in getting interviews, because some companies prefer you if you have that certification. Now coming to that, is that base SAS certification is mandatory? It's not mandatory, but it's good to have. It's gonna increase your chances of getting interview and cracking the interview. Coming to the next part, that is placement. Can you get placement if you are learning from any institute who is promising you? coming to me, guys, I don't promise anyone that I give placement. And the same way, I believe none of the institute should promise any student that we're gonna give you placement. Because even if an institute is having tie-up with any company, a max that company can take 1, 2 or 3 candidates. And most of them, like institute gonna train 10, 20, 30 students. They are promising everyone, right, that we're gonna give you placement. But they might give it to 1 or 2. And again, most of the institute tell this that we're gonna give you the placement for the sake of getting the students, that you should enroll in the course. So mostly I avoid this statement that we don't give placement, but obviously we're gonna help you. How we gonna help you? If we are getting to know about any interviews, we're gonna help you through our existing network. Like a lot of our students are working in different companies, so we might help you. So there are multiple ways where we can help you, but we don't promise this. And what is something additional we give to our students, that is the support and guidance. Even after the training, after completion of training, we give support and guidance to you. Let's suppose after completion of training, 3 months of training, you have given an interview and they have asked you some questions and few things you are not understanding. At that time also, you can reach out to us that, sir, these are the questions I didn't got to know. And we're gonna ensure you that you are knowing the question once you ask to us and the answer as well. And next time you gonna perform it better, and you should perform better. Or if you are not getting interview or anything wrong you are doing, you can connect to us and we're gonna give you feedback accordingly. Now, apart from this, many other things are there we are providing apart from the technical course we have mentioned here. Okay, additional things that is actually required by you. All of our sessions get recorded. You're gonna get recording as well and the code as well. And the recording gonna have lifetime access. You can download the recording and keep it for lifetime. You get guidance and support. Again, I have told upfront, you should not believe on the placement thing, because I have done counseling for many students who have learned from different institute, some institute who are charging lakhs of money, and many students are there who unfortunately at the end they found themselves in a situation they have been promised for the placement but they didn't got placed. Again, I'm not ignoring this fact that one can have tie up and get few students get placed. But again, guys, company gonna select good candidate only. If you are getting good training from a training institute, that is what actually gonna help you, not the placement part. So always remember, get a training from an institute where you are getting good training and good support. Coming to the next part, how to choose an institute. Choosing an institute can be a difficult process, but I'll make it easy for you. So most of the students, you wanna believe that if the institute is having good feedbacks on Google, so they're gonna be good in institute. So that is right now in 2025, that is not the actual truth. A lot of fake reviews are there. Okay, you can purchase fake reviews as well, or you can get reviews as well, and you can negotiate with the people who are giving bad reviews. Tell them to please remove and give them the service whatever they are wanting for. But right now the situation is that the best way to get reviews about any institute, that is talk to their ex-students, the students who have completed the training from that institute. Okay, so how to find the ex-students? It's very simple. You can open LinkedIn. Okay, I have shared my screen already, and you can, let's suppose, search Clinical Study Academy. It's our institute name, and you can find here, you can click on people. So you can find here a lot of people have mentioned this. Okay, because they have mentioned our institute name. So I'm opening one of the profile. Here you can see the profile of Sharon, and she have mentioned in her experience she have done training, or she is doing training from us. So guys, by this way, you can find the ex-student of any institute and you can take feedback from them. So the same way you can write the academy name and you can talk to that ex-student. Because if you are asking a student, if you are asking a training institute that please give a number of some ex-student, and so we can talk to them and get an idea, maybe they can give you the number of the students who have good review or who can give good review. Or if you are asking for that, can we get some demo? Maybe in the demo they're going to provide you best or a very good training. It doesn't tell you that they're going to give you the entire training in a good way. So always the best idea is to talk to the ex-student. So guys, I think I have included everything. If you have any questions, or before ending this video, you can check. There is a playlist on our YouTube channel, My Students. So you can go there and check our existing students' experience who have learned from us and who got selected. On this channel, I have created many videos related to clinical SAS and statistical programmer. So you can check that as well. And if you have any more questions, you can ask me in the comment. On top of that, if you want to connect me, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling and we can have discussion. Recently in one of the mails, someone asked me, sir, that someone needs to connect you if they want to learn from you. What I believe, guys, if you want training from me for statistical programmer or biostat role, I believe at least one time you should connect me, right? And you should talk to me, you should ask your questions, you should get your doubts clear, and then you should decide that whether you want to take the training or not. Don't decide that if the fees is less, then take it, okay? Or if the fees is more, then don't take it, or like I'll not take it. You need to first talk to an institute or the trainer from whom you are going to take training, get all your doubts clear, and then ask the fees. And if you're feeling the fees is more, you can ask them to give you a best fees. If that fees is falling in your bracket, you should have a fixed bracket of your fees, that 50 or 60,000 or whatever the fees is. So if that institute is feasible as per the financial planning you have done for you, then you should continue the training with that institute. And you are open to choose any institute, guys, in 2025 for taking knowledge on any role or taking training for any role. There are multiple options available. So guys, that's all in today's video. Let's meet in the next video. Till the time, bye bye everyone. Thank you everyone. And guys, if you want to connect, you can check the link in the video description and even in the channel about section for one-to-one counseling. Thank you everyone.